Let's look at how Aski can support your struggling readers. Aski is a tool for intensive reading training, offering a key pillar in any intervention strategy. It helps to build greater accuracy, fluency, and confidence in reading. Students learn to crack the code of English systematically through straightforward listening, finding, writing, and reading activities. With personalised learning pathways to support individual reading progress and powerful teaching resources for one-to-one and group work, Raski supports reading improvement in an age-appropriate and intelligent way. So how does it work? Using a multimodal approach, Raski strengthens the student's reading confidence through personalised scaffolding and systematic repetition. Thanks to a minimal and clear aesthetic, and by the use of simple, intuitive tasks, the learner is encouraged to focus on the explicit learning objective with no distractions. The multimodal activities are built around specific learning objectives, aligned with the 7 levels. The 4 kinds of multimodal activity are listening,
batch, catch, match, scratch, s, a, t,
finding,
a, t, f, u, t, spate, state, close, slope,
writing,
dan sat,
and reading, which is most effective in a one-to-one situation with the learner being encouraged to demonstrate their verbal knowledge by reading the words out loud. Learners are measured on both time and accuracy. Progress can be measured from the learner's baseline assessment and as many interim assessments as the teacher requires. For the teacher or learning coordinator, Raski offers a very flexible environment which supports reading improvement both for group work and on a more individual basis. Free-form use of Raski allows the teacher to find any type of exercise, listen, find, write or read, to support any learning objective. Browsing is very simple. We can either browse by level and objective,
dire,
or we can browse by exercise type, by listen, find, write or read.
gloat,
Each exercise has its own URL, so can be easily shared with the student and stored by the teacher for quick access in a lesson, and indeed shared with other teachers as well. The comprehensive learning resources offer a vast teaching resource, giving teachers a very quick and easy way to find an interactive resource to support a given learning objective. For group work, perhaps on an interactive whiteboard or around an iPad, or to support individual level work, this easy browsing saves a lot of time. A more prescriptive, structured approach is also supported by Raski. Raski's mapping tool provides a baseline assessment which diagnoses where the student currently is as a reader. The baseline test gives clear insights on the student's performance across the areas being tested. The student is measured on both the time it took them to do the assessment and their reading accuracy. The teacher or practitioner can see at a glance how the student is performing against the average score and where they sit against the critical score, signifying a high need for intervention. Based on the results, recommendations are made, and pre-made learning pathways are signposted to support improvement. A learning pathway is a mixture of activities, listening, finding, writing, reading, which supports explicit areas of reading improvement using a scaffolded approach and with an onus on independent working. Here we can see the many pre-made pathways. These can be assigned, edited, or even created from scratch in Aski Raski. You'll see that a pathway contains a mixture of activity types. The student will be led through these activities in order, and the teacher will be able to determine the time limit and how many tries a learner has for each answer. For practice and revision purposes, we may want to allow a number of tries. For assessment purposes, we may choose to allow just one try for each answer. By assigning learning paths based on Aski Raski's recommendations from the baseline assessment, or by creating tailored pathways to deal with specific learner issues, a teacher can address specific areas of improvement in a targeted and personalised way. Pathways are ideal for homework and independent work and furnish detailed reports for the teacher around time spent and reading accuracy. There is no single magic bullet for improving reading or for supporting those readers that have fallen behind. However, Aski Raski provides a crucial pillar for schools wanting to give the best chance they can for struggling readers. Aski Raski provides a safe and supportive environment for the student, giving them a personalised route through their reading improvement journey. Importantly, it does not preclude the involvement of a teacher, but allows the teacher to support each student in a targeted way. It saves teachers time while supporting them in being more effective in their intervention. For schools committed to inclusion with impact, Aski Raski offers a truly meaningful addition to your toolkit.